This is the podcast overview for week 10, where we will be covering chapter 10 in the hospital, settings, procedures, and effects on patients. So the first thing to do would be to overview the objectives that go along with the chapter, which are all here. And you can click here and you can listen to my overview of all of these different objectives. And then you have your lecture slides for chapter 10, which go along nicely with the book. And good to have these printed out if you aren't in the habit of doing that. Might want to try that. It is helpful to understand what content to sort of focus on. And then your week 10 discussion goes along with the longevity project book. And so for this week, it's chapter 10 also in the longevity project. We're going to be looking at careers and success of the termites, who thrived and who just survived based on their job choice and their career choice. So this week, the assessment deals with looking at how healthy your job is for you. So you're welcome to fill this out if you are working, even though the job that you have is not likely your career path. You can still do it, or you can choose to assess a friend or family member who has a career, who has a full-time job, and you could give the assessment to them. So either way is fine. And then you're going to want to look at what does it all mean? What are the connections between career success, health, and longevity? So using examples again from the termites, who chose healthy career paths. And when I say healthy career paths, I mean whose careers helped them to sustain good health and longevity across their lifespan. And what were the effects of those who had workplace stress? And this is a great place to integrate some of the Serafino and Smith chapters on stress. So you might want to go back into those early chapters where we talked about stress and its effects on health to tie in some information from those chapters here. We'll look at what the self-healing personality is. So you'll want to explain that. That's from the longevity book, straight from it. And then John Holland's categories for personality type and occupational environment. This is an interesting one. He sort of divvies up what types of occupations would be good based on your personality. And this has been taken and used in so many different settings. I think our Career Center actually gives out in an assessment based on Holland's categories, because it's very true to personality. So if you're a very creative, artistic type, what might be a good job occupation for you? What might be a good career path for you? And so here's where you're going to lay them all out, and then you're going to see, where do you fit? Where do you see yourself fitting best? One thing that you're going to be looking at is what was the association between being well suited to one's job and living a longer life. So in the termites, when one of them was really well suited to their job, how did they fare overall in life, in health, in longevity? You're going to probably not be surprised to know that when we are well suited to our job, i.e. it fits our personality type really well, we do better, right? So I want to explain that a little bit more and definitely use some examples from the termites to support your explanation. And then on the contrary, why might it be the case that finding the perfect career path to match your personality and preferences is not the way to guarantee success or long life? So, it isn't always the case that 100% of the time, just because you choose, the perfect career to match your personality, that it's going to guarantee success and long life. There still are other factors about one's personality that come into play, things that have been popping up all semester, like conscientiousness, for example, that are going to play a role here. You might be well matched to your career, but have a personality type like neuroticism that works against your health long term. So I'm going to be talking about that. That is the discussion for this week. And then you have your third exam, which is going to cover chapters 8, 9, and 10, along with that last physiological module, which is module 3 from the readings. And that will wrap it up for those modules. And the exam is the same format. 50 questions, 50 minutes for the questions, and that is it for the week. So make sure that if you have any questions, don't feel like you can't email me or reach out to me. Whatever your questions are, better to get those answered. If you're just confused about topics or any areas, make sure you reach out before that test. Otherwise, have a great week, everybody.